Hey everybody, what is going on? It's your boy Peasy, and today what I have for you is kind of a video by request. It is Black Ops 3, as you can tell by the splash screen right here. But you know, a lot of you guys have been asking me for like a tips video, how to play better, because I know when I first started the game, in this Call of Duty in particular was giving me a lot of trouble. I could not do well for the life of me, so it took me some time. I finally, ironed some things out and figured out what I need to do. But before we get into it, guys, if you could leave a like on the video, very, very much appreciated, guys. Also, subscribe to the channel if you are new, and check out some of the other content that I will link on the screen and in the description later on in the video. But we'll get into it right now. So, first thing, the biggest, most important thing that I can tell you guys is configure your controls. This is number one, guys. Button layout and your sensitivity, it's really up to you. Whatever is most comfortable for you. I like to rock a 5 or a 6, but start low and work your way up as you would with any Call of Duty, and then stop when you're not comfortable anymore and go back one. So but the button layout, guys, bumper jumper tactical is a big deal in Black Ops 3, because this is the first time in a Call of Duty that they've implemented bumper jumper. If you don't know what that is, if you're a Halo player or a Destiny player, you probably do, because this, before scuffs and elite controllers and modded controllers that have paddles on the back or buttons, whatever, this was the way to jump without taking your thumb off of the stick. And this is a really big deal. Like I said, the first time they've done it in a Call of Duty, they've given you bumper jumper, and bumper jumper tactical is even better because it swaps your melee attack from the right stick to B. This is really important because instead of panic knifing, guys, now when you click your right stick, when you would panic knife, instead you'll just drop. You'll drop shot them, you'll drop out of their sight, and it's really good, especially since melees do not kill in this game in one hit anymore unless it's from behind. So like I said, guys, this is the most important tip I can give you. Switch your jump to your trigger. Bumper, jumper, tactical, guys. Moving on to tip number 2, guys, the biggest thing I can tell you is do not rush in this game. Now, I know if you're coming off of Advanced Warfare, you have a tendency to rush because camping and sitting tactically or playing tactically, sitting in one spot is really not going to do you any good in Advanced Warfare, because there's people jetpacking freaking all over the place, up above you, behind you, left, right, whatever. You can't really do it. You didn't have an edge in Advanced Warfare. So a lot of us got into a mode of rushing. But Black Ops 3 is a little more tactical. It slows down a little bit more toward, the CoDs of the past. Not quite as slow because there's wall running and all that sort of thing, boost slides and that, but it is a lot slower than Advanced Warfare, which I think is a good thing. And this is the biggest thing that had me kind of struggling in the beginning. I would rush into the enemy spawn, just want to go absolutely ham like I would at Advanced Warfare, but you can't really do that in this one because you just can't. People are going to be sitting there, they're going to be ready for you, and you just don't want to rush. Tip number 3, guys, is sort of in the same vein. Do not flip the spawns. Whatever you guys could do, do not flip the spawns. So, I mean, it's good to rush to like the middle of the map, find a good lane that you can watch down, and pick a couple people off, but you don't want to camp because then they're going to know where you're at. So, pick 2 or 3 guys off, then move to a different spot towards the middle of the map that you can see, that you can pick off another couple of guys and then move on. I say the middle of the map, but I mean, like spatial wise, you're at one end, your team, the other team's at the other end. I don't mean the very center of the map. I would stick to the outside lanes. And on that vein, guys, with the controller configuration, it's another important thing that you don't just like vault over obstacles. If there's somebody there watching the lane, you want to challenge them, just go ahead and jump and shoot, because the controller configuration I gave you is going to allow you to do that. You can jump and shoot and aim at the same time. It is freaking great. It'll do wonders for you instead of, just rushing into a gunfight and losing. The next tip I have for you guys is, like I said, hold down a spot. 3 and 4 are kind of intertwined. Hold down a certain spot. You don't want to like rush into the enemy spawn, like I said. Just hold down a certain spot, get a couple kills, and move on without, jumping into the middle of the map, or, just essentially just have good spatial awareness. Know where your enemies are spawning, and as long as you're not flipping it, you should be good. You know where they're going to be coming from, so you can be ready for the encounter. The next tip I have, guys, is don't chase your enemies so much. You can a little bit, especially if you have, I would say, the tracker perk on your character, on your class setup. So you kind of know, if they're running away, if they kind of turn around to be ready for you. But that's the biggest thing. You never know if you get a couple shots on somebody, you get hit markers, and then you don't want to chase them because they're gonna go around the corner and they're gonna encounter you on their own terms. In that same vein, if you take a couple of hits, don't stop and try and, turn on them unless you're a freaking god tier player, in which case you're probably not watching this video. But, run away, get around a corner, get your health back. If you can't, lay down, go prone, just hide, be ready for them, be ready to engage them on your own terms. Finally, guys, tip number 5, use weapons, and this may seem really obvious, but use weapons and specialists that are comfortable to you. I've been an assault rifle player through all of the CoDs essentially. I was more of an SMG player in Advanced Warfare, but that was because it was super rushy. But I've really liked assault rifles in all my Call of Duty games. If you guys are, rushers, you like to get in people's faces, SMGs, if that's your thing, go for it. If you like to sit back and rock LMGs, freaking great. If you're a bunch of Pomage Spratties and you like to roll around with sniper rifles and you're freaking gods that way, go ahead. Use whatever you're comfortable with, guys. Whatever is going to be the easiest for you to use. And in that same vein, like I said, specialists in this game is something new, but use whatever is really, easy for you. If you're not very good with, getting into an enemy's spawn or a hard point or something, don't use Ruin. Use, I don't know, something that you could take them out from a distance, like Battery, the War Machine. It's shout out to the Noob Tube, but it's called that for a reason. If you're watching this video, you're probably having some issues, and just go back to the basics and use the easiest thing that there is to use. And nothing's easier than launching rockets from across the map to kill your enemies. So those are the top 5 tips that I have for you guys. I do have one final bonus tip, number 6, guys. Don't stress. At the end of the day, it's just a video game. Whether you're a tryhard, you want to be MLG, you want to be, a famous YouTuber because your freaking gameplay is just that amazing, you're God. That's great. Follow your dreams and all that, but don't stress about it. At the end of the day, it's just a game. Have fun with it, guys, and you're gonna win a lot more encounters. You're not gonna be tensed up when you get into encounters, and when you tense up, your fingers don't work the way you want them to. You lose gunfights. Just chill out and don't stress. Now, I hope, guys, that this was both entertaining and informative / useful for you guys. If it was, like I said, please do leave a like on the video. Very much appreciated. Subscribe to the channel if you are new, and check out some of the other videos on the screen right now. And without further ado, guys, thank you so much for watching, and thank you for making me part of your day. I'll catch you on the flip side, guys. Peace!